And I'm back with the second set of videos about how to use your sewing machine, how to get started with that. I thought I would show how to wind a bobbin. You can see the bobbin. That's what it looks like. It goes in here, it's the under part of the thread. Here's where the thread is. That's been put onto there. Let me put this on because I'll get distracted. This keeps the thread from, flying off. There's actually a thing on top. You can see there is this thing. It's got the bobbin fits on that. There's a part, there's an arrow. So you can see it says like that, and that's the way you load the thread. And to make it work, you press, there should be like a little weird button thing that you can push. This means that when it's not pushed forward, you can use your sewing machine. When you push it forward like that, it will wind the bobbin. What you do is you hold the thread so that you have enough, and then you put it under the little silver hook thing, and then this little extra piece here, but you see it's got an arrow and it says that way. So I like to have a little extra thread. So what that means is you pick the thread up, and let's see if I can actually do it. I always like to put a finger on top of it, so that way, and you see it's loaded, you only want it to go around once. And then for this, the arrow says to go that way, so you want to wind it that way. So, and I leave a little extra at the bottom because it wants to come undone. Okay, and it's gonna stay, and that's there, but then you want to be able to have this actually attached and plugged in, because what you're going to do is you are going to step on that, press that, and this has been pressed forward, and see there's a little bit. You want to move this back, and now you can pick this up, and you want to unwind it from, you want to fully unwind it from that. And now helpfully, if you were planning things a little better, you would want to have a pair of scissors to cut this, but at the end it should look like this. You can see where the presser foot is. The bobbin is going to be underneath that. So I just opened this. Also, your instruction manual should have something. There's a thing right under, there's a little compartment, and there's a little thing where you can put your finger in, little fingernail, pull that open, and then there is a round thing, and there is this piece. So if you just, it's in there, and then you see it's in there, and you just, there's a piece right here that you pull out, and you just pull it out, and move that a little back. What you do to load the bobbin is you have this piece. This is, you see there's a little thing on the top. This is how it should look in the end. To load the bobbin into it, you want the thread to be pulling out, so it's going that way. So you hold it up so that the thread is on top. You can see it's on top of my finger. And then, I don't know, for this machine, there's a little, the piece you pull forward to pull it out. You pull that forward, and then you can just drop the bobbin in, and there is stuff on the top. There's a little opening. You put the thread through that, and oh, this is, yeah, hey, you put the thread through that, and then you pull it forward until it pops out of the little box. So, and again, you see that I'm holding this out, and then you put that in, and if you, once you hear it click like that, you're good. And now we're ready to thread the machine. Anyway, what you do with this is, I just hooked it under that part, brought the thread on one side. There's a little slot in there. What you want to do is, and then you want to bring it all the way down. Now that you've brought it down, you can see there's a little wheel thing on one side. If you turn that, this moves up and down. You want this relatively close to the top. So you bring the thread over. You want to make sure that it's not on front. You go to the back of it. And now I'm going to thread the needle, hopefully, knock on wood. If I thought to bring my pair of tweezers, I would show you how that's done. I always just put my finger behind the needle so that I find that it's easier to see. Ta-da, it's amazing. You can see that the thread is still on top of the presser foot. If you look on the presser foot, there is actually, let me put it up to here. You can see that there is actually like a little, just like a little slit. Looks like you could fit a thread in there, which is exactly what we're going to do. So the little slit is right there. Usually most machines are going to have a couple standard presser feet. This is the one I use most often. It's got a little cutout so you can see. Use it for most straight stitches. So what you're going to do is you're going to hang on to the thread. You're going to pull it tight. I use both fingers so that you can kind of guide the thread, and then just, it goes through. Make sure that that's through, and you make sure that the thread is over there. What you do is you move the wheel up and down fully, up and down, and I like to hang on to the thread a little bit so that and if you see, it has gone through and it has pulled up a thread. So you can see there are two threads. There's one thread coming out of the bottom right there, and then there's this thread.